Well, in general, I think that would be a great idea. Museums being completely free for everyone, safe space for the public, learning, enjoyment. But of course, this is not the full story. I think it's a question what kind of objective you want to reach when you're opening museums for free. And next to the financial question of, who pays for that and who pays the cost for a completely new business model, one should also look into whether free museums really allow the barrier for everyone or lower the barrier for everyone to come into the museums. And now I'm taking up the very bold stereotype of a middle-aged, white, well-educated woman that loves the museum. And if it's free, she likes to go even more. But do we get people inside that have before never been to a museum? So research has shown, and this is probably also where Catherine takes it up, thanks Catherine, that museums indeed are visited more often when they have offered free entry. And in the UK, where museums traditionally have free entry to their permanent collections, museums are used way more just as a meeting point, like a place to have a peek in the collection and then spending most of your time in the cafe. But on the other hand, when we're talking about this opening up museums for everyone to new audiences, people with a new low income, different background, the price of admission only plays a minor role when it comes to museums in general. Many people really just don't want to visit a museum, not even for free. And this free admission to museums is not really a general means of addressing a more diverse range of people, or the classical, as museum people call them, the non-visitors. Actually, we did a research when visitors were asked about the most decisive factor for a museum visit. They said finding the time for it, which you could translate into that the most important aspect of whether they go or not is not the admission price, but that the museum visit needs to be attractive enough for people to make time for us despite all the other alternatives.
Yeah, I'm a little bit torn apart in this. In theory, I'm absolutely for it. In practice, I'm a little bit afraid that, I think that if you have like a minimum fee for entrance, that gives this stuff a little bit more value. So to ensure that people are not, using a museum suddenly as a breakout point to just hang out. But even though, on the other hand, maybe that's even not so bad. I mean, if people just, use a museum as an everyday meeting point, I think that would be also valuable and to really get a new sense of culture. So I'm not completely sure if that's really the essence where we need to go. Definitely, I know that, being a student in the past, not anymore, but in the past when I was in, for example, I think it was Vienna and also in London, I believe they had that you have for young people, you don't have to pay admission. Great, and I used it, and that's I think very good. But I think the main point on how we get more people to actively get involved in culture and get into that and get into museums, etc., and also theater and so on. So of course, a focus on special paying methods and special also exhibitions, etc., for them. So a special program. But I think the main point is to ensure that we all understand culture in a new way and that we also try it out. So to have more cultural education, meaning that you understand why can even a white canvas with only one black stripe be art? What is the idea behind modern art? For example, classic issue where everybody freaks out. Why is that art? But to talk about it, understand it. Why can they? What is the meaning behind it? And then on the other hand, also try it out more to really experience what does art mean for me. And I think if you have this convolute and you learn that from an early age, but you have the possibility to learn it throughout your life, I think that is really something where you also then appreciate art way more. And I was speaking to a network of theaters lately, and they were saying, a lot of stuff comes up that is just not good. Productions, they're not good. They're just bad. It happens. You need to see a lot of bullshit to have this one precious stuff in between. But it also makes fun if you know what's going on and if you know why it is bad. It makes fun to watch because then you can analyze and you can look and you can say it is bad because of that and that. You still learn something. It's still valuable. And I think we need to get to that point. That people want to go and that they're ready. And then, of course, if we can attract more people by reducing the admission, I'm all up for it.